Test, test, test. There we go. Sorry about that, gentlemen. I always have audio issues. I'm just used to it now. No point of even testing and trying first. Let me make sure I actually have audio on my stream. That's not me. That's someone else. Am I even streaming? Yes, I am. Test, test, test. There we go. Okay, the output should be set right. I think we're good to go. Hopefully, I can pop out this chat. Here. And I have Simucube software here. Use this screen for now. All right, so yeah, thank you. Yeah, I always have audio issues. It just decide it has a mind of its own sometimes. I think I got that thing straightened out. The moral of the story is we're back today, and I've been working with the Simucube team to help fix the issue that you guys saw over the weekend. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at my previous videos, I had quite a bit of issue with resonance around the 100 to 70 range coming off the brake. And quite frankly, I thought it was, you know, user error or some type of defect, but it ended up turning out to be software. So I worked with Lassi for quite a bit of time, 2 days roughly, on testing new firmware as well as new software. And the whole issues that we saw before turned into a new software package. And I'll actually show you guys that in the Discord. So basically they ended up deploying a new software package for installation. So we went through that this morning. I tested it out with Lassi and the team, and I seem to have success in general. What I need to do really quickly, I'm going to move over to the other camera for now, just to kind of give you something to look at. I need to go put my driving shoes on. Just finished work, and somebody pinged me literally at 4:59 asking some dumbass question. And yeah, well, the moral of the story is, like, I got tied up at work, so I'm a little behind and a little off schedule right now. So let me show you the release notes that they pasted in the Discord when they published this new software release. Turns out we did quite a bit of cool testing. I can't show you guys the software, but they gave Lassi provided some software that is basically like frequency debugging software. So we were able to find and isolate really the spike that was happening in my pedal, and it ended up turning into a new software patch. Where we are here. I want to show you guys the notes just so you guys can know what exactly changed. And it's quite impressive how quickly they deployed the software. It was impressive for me. Here we go. So here's the new download, Simucube Tuner 1.2.0. I'm not sure if it's released publicly yet, but it should be soon. If it's not, then probably look out for it tomorrow. I haven't checked to see if it's available. So here's what they brought. They brought some UI consistency and style fixes, which is, I'm assuming they'll be working on that over time. Increased maximum preload to 40 kilograms. I can't see why anyone would want their preload that high. We'll talk about that when we start tuning. Support for changing profiles by passing it as an argument to the SE tuner. Running a second instance of the software will switch the profile. So running two instances of the SE tuner software it looks like it's interfering with the other profiles. Support for starting all connected pedals by giving start command at line option. Okay, I'm assuming that's within the UI. It just passes through some type of API call or some endpoint that says start command or start XYZ. For the active pedal itself, they improved main control algorithm to handle better longer pedal travel. That was our issue right here. It's solved. And I'll talk to you a little bit about that in a second. Fixed multiple issues causing false positive faults on pedal startup. We probably saw a little bit of that issue too. Remember, we kept having those faults when we first started. It was because the pedal was out of position, and we ended up working through that. Fixed an issue with the saving pedal calibration state. Cool. Fixed audible click that occurs occasionally during some pedals. I did hear a little bit about that. I don't know if I experienced that myself. I heard quite a bit of clicking in general, so we couldn't decipher whether it was that issue or overall resonance issue. The algorithm changes big time though. That's massive. SC Link Hub. Change pedal access mapping to improve compatibility with some games. All games require remapping inputs. Okay, So yeah, they've deployed a new release of this software. I tested it out, and we're ready to go. What I'm going to do right now is jump down to the pedal view. I think I have the pedal view here. Yep, there we go. And we got the back cam set up. I'm gonna go put my shoes on, maybe put some lotion on so I'm not ashy Larry today, and be back in roughly about a minute. Okay. Okay. What? There you go. Yeah, so I use these Sparko driving shoes just because the sole is really thin and it helps me feel a lot of pedal. Give me one moment, we'll get into a sim and start driving. Okay, there we go. All right, we're gonna start off in iRacing. I already have the track selected. I'm gonna do Monza because there's a lot of big braking areas, and then we'll move on over to Imola. Imola should help us out with like the trail braking side of it. We'll also do some ACC, test that out a little bit. Let me show you guys the profile I've been dealing with over the last couple of hours. You know what we should do? Yeah, we'll do that later. For now, let's test drive. We're using the Porsche 911 today because we're fanboys. And let me show you the profile I have for my. Here we go. This is the iRacing profile. So contrary to the logarithmic, I can't pronounce that word. The logarithmic, like basically opposing those. So I have like a slower curve from the start. So I get a lot of disc gap feel here, a lot of compression feel. I also started playing around with the dampening a little bit to make the initial phase basically have that dampening feel. It helps out a lot, and I like it. So I think I need to tune a little bit more up right here, get a little bit less of that out, and then we're pinged out here at we're pinged out here at what? That's 100%. Cool. So we should never actually see 100%. But that's what our map looks like. I have the ABS function turned on. The frequency is at 50%. I kind of liked it here at 30, but we'll dick around a little bit with that today. We're not touching traction control and motor vibration. I don't really care for. That's why I keep the intensity really low. But here, that's what it is. Let me get this up here out of the way. Make sure we have audio. We do. Got good audio there too. And let's see. I'm gonna give you guys I'm gonna turn the intensity up so you can see the active pedal actually moving. Let's move it back up to 50%. And what I'm trying to do is get lap times down, but I'm not good at Monza anyway, so we're gonna do Nürburgring after this with the setup that I used for a race over the weekend, the same race I was nervous about. And yeah, you guys see that. And we'll talk a little bit about, hopefully throughout the lap, how it feels. Lots of different types of braking on Nurse Life, so Hope you guys can see that. I wanna go out on a limb and say I think it makes the car stop a little bit better. I think the basically the activity of the motor kind of pushing back when you get into the ABS backs it off and maximizes your grip. I'm not sure if that's a factor or not, but that's just what it feels like. I feel like I can brake way later with this setup. I'll show you for example later. I'm no one to take driving tips on Monza from. Let's get the tires warmed up. So far it feels good. Like I'm able to make my apexes. Like there's no, I don't know if you guys remember the video from Saturday, but I was barely able to get the car around the track. Couldn't get this car to stop right. This is one of those turns I was telling you about where you can brake really late and still easily make the turn. I was watching Dan Suzuki's Twitch this afternoon and he mentioned the same, he feels the brakes late. Yeah, I feel like you can brake like at least 20 meters later. I'll show you. Normal braking area for turn 1 is roughly 150 to 135. I'm gonna try and brake at the 100 and see what happens. It's crazy. I still do have to tune this brake a little bit because it feels a little spongy, just a little bit. I need to take a little bit of that sponge feeling out. I'm gonna brake at like the 110. Almost made the turn. Next turn's a good example. I'll brake well after the 100 there. I feel like if I was using any other pedal where I just broke, I would have been off into the runoff back there. Look at that, I got all the way down to first gear, easily was able to make this turn, so. I think the effect where the motor kind of reduces the amount of input there really helps out for braking, I mean by a noticeable margin. Very noticeable. It's amazing how just a little software glitch that we saw over the weekend caused the experience to be completely different, because to me this is an insanely good pedal. Insanely good. Insanely good pedal. So we know that the big braking areas we can go a little bit deeper, significantly deeper actually. I'm not sure if this is actually going to help with lap times though. Until we actually do some laps, we'll look at our historics. Look at that. Only reason why we can't make this turn is because I got off the brake a little too early, but hope to have mine by the end of the week. Excited to try this out. You're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely love this thing. Did you get a single or just a double? Or did you get a single or double? Or triple? Let's try 125. So I realized that turn was interesting. I think you guys may have seen that. So I went deep into the turn and backed off a little bit, because I thought that the car was going to stop a lot quicker than it did, and it did not. So I had to re-engage the brake pedal, and got deep into the ABS, but it started pushing me off the ABS, and I was able to make that turn, which is phenomenal. The next lap, I'll just stop at these turns that I'm hitting for the chicanes and just show you where the stopping point is. Do you feel like this pedal now is worth the price? I haven't had enough, no, I think it should be a little cheaper. I think it should be like $1,800, but who am I to say what things cost? I know they use a very expensive ball screw with this thing. Little deep. Listen, I don't have buyer's remorse, put it this way. Like, you know, a couple days ago I wanted to sell this thing. Now I'm thinking about, should I get another one? So, That should be indication of whether I think it's worth it or not. I like that I can modulate the travel time. Default travel. Yeah, that was the big thing for me. Obviously, I think you were here. Like travel length is important. A lot of people think that muscle memory is the only way to break in this game or sim, but for me, it has to do a lot with travel. I'm gonna stop at the 125 and just go straight. Easily make that turn. Let's go hit the next one. And I'm gonna brake probably where I see the 100, so maybe a little bit after. I'm gonna wait for the 100 to get basically right where my windshield is. I think they're a little too expensive, man. Like I was, when they first announced these things, I was expecting it to be around 1,500 a piece, which would have been fine. I was totally okay buying 3 pedals for 4,500 bucks, which is a lot of money. Look at that. Yeah, take it easy, Scott. Price aside, best brake you've tested? Yeah, absolutely. So my braking history in general, just so you know, like what my journey has been, I started off with a set of CSLs. Within like a week, I went to the V3s. The Fanatic V3s is what I'm talking about. After the V3s, I went straight to the Sprints. Before I got the Ultimates, which I'm going to keep the throttle and obviously the clutch. Before I went to the Ultimates, I bought a set of Simtreks. And those were probably the shittiest pedal I've ever used. I didn't even do a review on them. I was that pissed off. In fact, I probably should do the review. No, I'm not going to, because I just really don't like it. And I don't really feel like I need to just have a video with all negative stuff. But I went to Simtreks before the Ultimates. And then when I got the Ultimates, I was like, I kind of miss my Sprints. So personally, like if I was going to do all this again and not spend the $2,200 on a single brake pedal, I would 100% just do Sprints and be fine with it. But that was been the pedal journey I've had over the time. And I've had experience with a couple other different pedals, like the Simcraft are my favorite pedals of all time. Not anymore, but the Simcrafts were basically my benchmark. The Simcraft Tilton pedals, or hydraulics. They're on that massive motion rig that you probably see sometimes. And up until now, those are my favorite pedals, but these are pretty damn good. I mean, these are exceptionally feeling pedals. It's nuts. I think honestly, the reason why I'm not sure if it's worth it is because I paid $2,400 for my motion system. Have you tried the Ace Tech and Invictus? I have not. I'm on those right now, but considering these active pedals, how are they? I hear a lot of good things about them. They look good. Let's bring it to 50. Look at that. So I don't know where you guys typically brake for. I don't remember the name of that term. I think it's parabolica, I think. But holy shit, I just braked at the 50 and was easily able to make that turn. I wasn't even like all the way in the brakes. You kind of develop this new way of braking. As soon as you feel the ABS, you kind of fight it just enough to have a tiny bit in there, but it completely changes the way you drive a car. It's like you drive a real car. It's nuts. Yeah, the Invictus look really good. I'm assuming they're pretty decent too. They came out with a direct drive, I think, too, yeah? After this, let's go to Imola and feel... This is insane. Insane braking. Really nice. They made me quicker with the shorter travel, but I took some time to adjust coming from sprints. Interesting. The travel on those are shorter than the sprints. I think that may have been why I like the sprint so much, because the travel's a little longer. Shorter travel has never just felt right to me. Yeah. No, I don't. I agree. That's like the one thing that's been missing from sim racing pedals is the short travel. Like it doesn't feel natural. Look at this. And it's not even like, when I was saying before, you change your braking habits and braking style for this pedal because of the resistance and the fighting the ABS. It's not an unnatural thing. If you've been on the track or drive like a dick on back roads, you know what I mean? If you really push a car, like,
530.
it feels kind of the same, man. It feels kind of the same. I don't know. I don't know how they got this shit to behave so perfectly, but it doesn't seem like complex technology, but we definitely blew that turn. You watch real life onboard for cup travel. It's it's so much longer. So much longer. I don't even know what this looks like as far as travel length. I guess I'll watch it back at some point, but for me, travel length is important, and having like a travel length like that is not good enough for me. The Ultimates would have been perfect if the travel length was longer and there was more dampening of this. We're gonna take a look at the VRS telemetry too and see what the input looks like from a mapping standpoint. I'm gonna try to take I think this is called Parabolica, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and take Parabolica as fast as I can on the back straight and see where we can get away with. This is almost like a cheat code, though. I've had the Invicta and I feel the brake travel is long, which I can make it shorter. Really? That's two conflicting opinions right there. It's pretty interesting how people perceive throw length. Car understeer because it's a bitch ass setup. You know what this is also going to help out with? Check this out. It's going to help out with pit entry too. Because since you can brake so much later, you're going to have an advantage getting into the pits if you really, really practice your pit entry. That was fun, man. Oh, by the way, guys, have a look at my new livery here. This is for my new race team that Dick and I and a couple of the guys from Sanic Motorsports are going. We have this new livery for our cars now. And I'm probably going to do a release video just to make it seem cool. But it's for the Variant Simsport race team. Super excited about that. We're going to create a channel and do some team racing and stuff like that. Let's skip the pitch, though. Back to me for a second. I'm going to switch over to Imola, actually. Let's do Imola. Because Imola has a lot of chicanes and areas where you need to trail brake. And trail braking was the reason why I got this. So if trail braking's good, we're good. But boy, I got to, you guys, if you have the if you have the money for this thing, it is 100% worth it, in my opinion. Actually, we may actually just get some balls and do a race later. Let me see if I have it set up for VRS. While we're here, we'll look at the VRS telemetry too. Data packs. Skip. We want to go to telemetry. Been testing my active pedals these past 2 days. Damn, the brake is incredible. Oh my god, it is. I hate when people call everything a game changer. This is like it is. It changes the way you drive, and I think it'll change the way you look at racing. Unquestionably, I'm not gonna. Okay, so here's I put my simulator in this category where there's like 3 things that I could never live without. The first one and most important one is my Pro Sim shifter. The second one was my Simucube. Obviously, it's the. You guys, if you have a Simucube too, it's what? Shudunk. Come on, man. I'm so impatient with new stuff. I open it while I'm driving home. Like if I pick it up from Best Buy, it's open before we get home. Anyway, the top 3 was my Pro Sim shifter is absolutely the #1 most important thing on my simulator. Wouldn't ever get rid of it. Even if I quit sim racing, I'll just keep it and look at it. The SE2 is obviously, that's how you feel the car. The motion system, I don't know. I think I'll put the motion system 1 step ahead of the active pedal because I like feedback. I'm a more feel-oriented driver. But holy shit, if this is not the contending for motion, then I don't know what is. One thing I want to do real quick, boys, is change this profile a little bit. I need a little bit less of this. And Why does my input mapping keep changing? I don't know why. I want a stiffer second half of the stroke. Maybe this can come over and come down a little bit. Yeah. But none of that. Remember we had that massive vibration right here? Haven't seen it since. Let's turn the preload down a little bit. It still kind of gets a little weak. I'm almost linear right here. Just a little bit more preload to feel. And honestly, the frequency at, or I'm sorry, the intensity at 50% is good. Are those Samsung G7 curve monos? Yeah, they're triple G7s. Yeah, the motion is fantastic. The RS Mega system is not much more than one active pedal. Yeah, I know. It's like $30 more. So if I was gonna do anything, honestly, if I don't have motion, then the story is different. I will prioritize the motion system over the active pedal. If you don't have any desire for motion, the active pedals are 100% the third thing you should buy after your ProSim shifter and your SE2, in my opinion. I wouldn't bother with a throttle pedal. The throttle, I mean, I don't know. I haven't used it as a throttle, but like I don't see a need for anything in my throttle. But that's just me. Let me go to the profile and save this thing. Hopefully it saves this time. Test profile 2. And then if I load it, I should see test profile 2. Okay. I don't like this interface either, boys. Like saving your profile should be a lot more seamless. Like there should be a save profile option here. If you guys look at the actual steering software, I start in offline mode. Your profiles are easily and organized right here. And you can easily just pop a new profile in, save your profile, etc. So I don't like the profile management system with the software, but I'm assuming they'll get better over time. And that's one of the few things I don't like about this whole thing. Yeah, we're looking at VRS, right? That's what we're doing. Let's have a look at the lines and see if there's any jaggy lines in our telemetry. There's an advanced mode, I think. Left front, right front. Where we gotta go here? Histograms. What's this? Interesting. I haven't looked at most of this stuff. I'm not sure. A lot of people don't even know there's this advanced mode where you can go look at the depths of your telemetry. It's amazing how much telemetry this system produces. I don't think they're... Oh, brake throttle. Here we go. That's not good enough, though. I want just brakes, and we're not going to get it. So let's get out of that mode and have a look at our brakes here. So for turn 1, you can see a little of the jagginess. I can't zoom this in, I don't think. Let me see if I can zoom it in. I don't think I can. I don't think I can zoom it in, but you can see a little jagginess in the brake. Nothing going on, obviously, but as soon as you get into the moment where you start having the ABS, you get this little jitter. And I think that's actually what's causing the deeper braking. This was a slow right-hander. Here's another chicane. Big braking area. Look at the jitter. Now, let me see if I ran this. Let me see what the last thing I ran in general from a telemetry standpoint. Driving stats. Lime Rock was with the active pedal. Nürburgring. That was with active pedal. Long Beach was active pedal. Yeah, most of this active pedal. Yeah, I guess we're not going to see what it looked like. Actually, you know what? We will. No, we won't. Yes, we will. 2 days ago, 4 days ago. Just look. Let's have a look at just a general... Never mind, we're not looking at shit. Okay, let's try Imola. If so, okay. If so, do you happen to know whether I can use similar Vario face? Yes, I use the Vario Vesa mount as well as the Zero Play. So I got the Zero Play on the corners and I use the Vesa mount. You absolutely have to get that mount. In fact, I just bumped mine yesterday and I kicked this corner out. It's out a little bit, but the micro adjustments on this thing is fantastic. RS Mega motion system is $2,400. Yeah. And basically after I think shipping's free. So this unit's like 22. The active pedal's like $2,200. Um, you know, with free shipping right now, I think so. For $200 more, 100% Go Motion, because you get a lot of the chassis and body effects. Like I can feel the balance of the car the whole time I'm racing. Yeah, I'll show you the one I got actually. And I am gonna do a video on it because it's the cheapest one, the cheapest motion system you can buy. And I have like this, I have it all ready actually. I should probably just show you some of the clips. This is the system I have. So I got the black one with Thanos controller, and it costs $2,400. This is a little deceiving though, boys. Like anytime you hear this number, like this is shipping from China, and it costs $670 to ship it. So if you guys go over to the iRacing forums, definitely join those forums and share as much information as you can. I love it here. I spend most of my day here. I have this thread about this whole system. Yeah, okay, I will. I've been saying that. I know I've been saying it. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing content. I tracked everything here, boys. So if you're curious about this system, my entire journey, some of the issues I had with this system, that were my fault, but ultimately, like, you know, this is what it is. This is I have a download sheet here too. You can take a look at. It has a pricing list for everything. I tracked all the costs with this build. Everything is documented. Where is it? Here it is, tracking sheet. Not sure if I've updated it, but like, here's a good view on what I was talking about before. So the total cost for everything that I've done, which is traction loss, I put new uprights on this thing, I bought a bunch of shit, was roughly around $5,000, but like just the 4-post system where you can get up and have a full motion system, you're spending $3,000. That $3,000 is probably gonna get bloated up to more like $3,200 once you buy like the case for the servo controllers, and that's really it. Honestly, that's really it. A couple little unnecessary things I bought, but like I went a little out of control. I bought a bunch of new profiles, built the chassis, built the framing, and all that stuff. So this project cost me $4,858, but if you just want a motion system, you're gonna spend like $3,200. Bought the system several months ago. It was a breeze getting set up and no issues. Yeah, 100%. It's easy. Pretty easy. You can't see the screen, mate. You weren't supposed to. Actually, you were supposed to. My bad. I'm a shitty streamer, by the way. So I was saying I have this thread here on the iRacing forums. I'll put it in the chat, actually. That covers it. Basically, I documented the whole build process for this thing, as well as a tracking sheet. So what I was just showing you guys, and before my massive failure, was the price tracking sheet that I built that has the links to everything I bought, the price of everything I bought, and the total cost. Like I said before, it's just around $5,000 for the full system. But like I said, I built 2 chassis for this thing, not racing chassis, but like traction loss chassis. I put new uprights on here, so I have a shorter upright, so then, you know, the thing doesn't hit my monitors. I did a lot of different weird stuff that you don't really have to do. But again, it's a deal. It's a deal of the century, man. You're basically getting a D-box for 3Gs. So 100% go for it. It feels great, responds great. Like I said, the ABS function is great. The traction loss function is great. Even the tire slip function is great. So when I get, like, let's say you're doing a burnout or you're leaving the pits and you have like a little tire spin, you can feel the chassis. I'm sure you guys have all hooned out in your car before. You know what that feels like. It feels exactly the same. So I'm very happy with the iRacing Lab purchase. How do you like the traction loss? Worth it? Plan to add. I'm not going to add surge. Yeah, I'm not adding surge. How do you like the traction? I love it. The traction loss is the best part of this thing, especially with this Porsche. You could, I mean, think about it. Like, you're getting the same telemetry signal as your SC2 is getting, as your active pedal's getting. So the moment that you lose traction, like, you can feel yourself kind of slip, and in the corner of the car goes down. It's weird. Traction is yeah, the traction is crazy. It's unbelievable. It is. It feels exactly how your car feels. Okay, let's get back and test some chicanes out with trail braking, see if we can make a good time here. Let's look at our record, actually. I think I can look online on iRacing and see what my previous lap times were. Yeah, everything that I've kept I like. Definitely the eRacing Lab system is crazy value. It's a deal of the century. Get it before it goes up in price. View my profile. Absolutely sick. Let's try to match a lap time. I don't even care. I'm not looking for more speed. I'm just looking for a feel, obviously. And yeah, I've been doing mostly GT4 racing lately. Let's look at my best time in the Porsche GT3R. And I think, where are we? We're at Imola, yeah? Of course, it's the one track I don't have. Fuck it. I know where we should be. Actually, let's double check the GT3 pace from Imola in the Merc. Where was I driving here last? The Audi. I was driving the Audi here last. So we're at 142s. I should be able to do the same in this car, even though I had a better setup. Actually, grab that real quick. I was considering building another rig with another. Yeah, the flight sim's fun. I wish I liked flight sim more than I actually do, so I can do it more. But it's unreal. The flight sim is unreal sometimes, especially in VR. If you have VR, do some flight sim with VR, and your life will change. Where is it? Was it VRS? We did VRS this season already, yeah? IMSA? We just did Imola in the Sebring. Or we did, oh, you know what that was? Fuck it. We know the lap times we should be hitting. I was looking for a setup, so I was looking at D-Box setup at the start. Yeah, dude, it's green light. I've tried a D-Box out before and it doesn't feel any different than D-Box. In Assetto Corsa Competizione and Assetto Corsa, it's even better because you're getting a better signal. You're on flight, it's nuts. That's exactly the feel I was looking for. Not the setup I'm looking for, but the feel I'm looking for trail braking. I have it now, so I can switch to flight sim. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about building a separate rig specifically for competition racing. And here's the thing, guys. Most people say the motion makes you slower. They were completely wrong. Motion does not make you any slower or faster. Here we go. You guys can see that now. This turn I have so much problems with. In fact, the biggest video on my YouTube channel is the Coach Dave session where he gave me a training session here at Imola, which is his favorite track. And I still can't get that chicane down. And that was 2 years ago. You see me struggling with that chicane. I still can't get it. I can get through it, but not with any authority. I have the real SimGear glass panel, so I kind of want to set up a cockpit so I can use my place. Oh shit. I was looking at the Virpil controls for to add on to this, but I don't want to. I'm done. All right, let's try to hit our braking mark, which is right after the exit road. Yeah, you definitely. So this is the cheat code for braking. Anyone that has this pedal is going to be able to brake probably 20 meters deeper than anyone else. I think that alone will get people to start buying this thing. It's nuts. You can go very deep into these turns with this pedal. And I'm 100% certain it's because once you get in the ABS, you get immediately right back out of it to maximum grip. The real question is, will any of these frequencies... Shit. Will any of these frequencies make any difference in braking? I feel the brakes right now, actually. The cool part is when you start going around turns, even if you're not like deep into the braking, you can feel a little bit of the ABS signal. Can't brake that deep. Motion doesn't make you slower or faster, but it certainly makes it more fun. You're spot on, my guy. More people need to know that. There's some misconception out there that motion makes you slower. I haven't gotten any slower motion. I've gotten faster because I'm driving it more. Only a couple things really made me faster in sim racing, and that was inverting my sprints and this Simucube system. That's the only thing that's really actually made me faster. Yeah, I'll show you my motion profile in a second. I have it very low. Look at this. I'm gonna brake at the 100 next lap. I'm gonna brake at the 100, which is way too late. And if the car stops, you should buy this for just for the time gain itself. And this is like a medium downforce setup. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. I never had the balls to break that late, man. If I did, I really sacrificed a lot of time on the exit. And we're staying green, so. Yeah, even the delicate stuff it takes care of really nicely. Yeah, the least amount of input you can feel in motion is what you should be striving for. I'm gonna go really deep this time, boys. I may have caused the wreck, but I still made the turn, and I didn't brake that hard, really. Yeah, I mean, listen, guys, this is exactly what I expected this pedal to be, and that is significantly better than anything else out here. Let's take a look at the lap times though, because I think we just ran 2 identical laps while talking shit. Nope. 43.5, 43.1. We're coming down, and this is a baseline setup, so it's not gonna be fast, and it's full of fuel. Let's see though. Let's check it. You know what? Let's see what setups we have, just for the hell of it. My setups. What's this course? This track is kind of close to Nürburgring, right? Let's think about this track, actually. Is it prohibited to have... I wouldn't do it. In fact, I specifically went away from that. A lot of people say that's the only way to make it feel... No, it feels plenty fine with stationary monitors. Like, I don't want this thing jiggling. Like, this thing's going to hit the corners. I've heard of people breaking their monitors before. Some people like to do it. If you can really stabilize your monitors with, like, a bar that sits on top and bottom that's mounted to your thing, your stand, then I think you're in good shape. But to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't personally run an integrated monitor with. Yeah, I wouldn't run an integrated monitor with this thing. Let's try this quality setup from Detroit. I don't even know if it's good. Let's see. I just want to see how close to the time you can get. I know the setup's causing a lot of problems here. I have to look in. Yeah. You could just. I hope you know, anyone that comes here, trust me, just buy it. Don't question yourself. Just send it. Send it. It's the deal of the century. It's the value of the century in sim racing. Nothing can compare to that value. could sync the motion with track IR. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. I don't do track IR. I would love to do it, but like I don't want to wear a hat while I'm driving. I don't even like wearing headphones. Yeah, just do it. It's the deal of the century, man. And the sim racing studio software is so good. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a second. I want to kind of focus on this pedal for now, but like I have some very strong opinions on the traction loss. No point in continuing any further. I ruined that lap. The ABS effect went off though. Yeah, so let's talk about the traction loss. There's a very expensive traction loss system I'll actually show you called Race at Home that I'm thinking about switching over to. I'm thinking about switching over to this software, or I'm sorry, this hardware, because Race at Home. Because they make this this very low profile. Look at this shit. It's got the surge and front and rear traction loss. I only have rear traction loss. I don't know what that wire is doing down there. I'm assuming there's a better routing mechanism for that, but look at that. So basically everything inside of me wants that. But I'm fine with my system right now. My system right now is only rear traction loss, but this lowrider is, it's the shit. And a lot of people have really good feedback. And the thing I don't like about this traction loss on this system is that it makes clanking noise. And when I do the video on this system, which will be not this weekend, but next weekend, I'll shoot that video and get all the final details plugged up. It makes this rattling noise because of the rod end and the shaft that the rod end and the shaft that it goes through kind of does one of these numbers. And I know it's not, it's not that loose. How much is this? This is like $6,000, man. Look at this store. This is the price of 3 active pedals. This is deposit only. Lowrider 3 DOF. Here you go. 7,000 pounds actually. Good God. $8,791 US before shipping. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but the profile is so low and it's so seamless, and it's, from what I hear, it's very low noise. But I don't know if, obviously I'm not going to go spend $9,000 on reducing the noise. I don't even hear them right now. So yeah, so that's that on the motion stuff. Like that's basically like yeah, that's my thoughts. So yeah, I would definitely do the RS traction loss again. And I screwed up the install. If you look at that log I was telling you guys about before, you'll see my screw ups. Let's try a set of course competizione and see how that feels. I'm gonna use the same profile actually, but that felt damn good. In fact, let me save that profile. Profile 2. Save it like 17 times because I like it so much. Yeah, I mean, the motion system's terrific. You should, don't even think about it, just do it for $3,000, and then buy yourself an active pedal next year. But because it's very, very, very good, very good. I'm just gonna say it's unfuckwittable. Let me see how it works in ACC though. That's an ABS heavy game, Game is all ABS. And for some reason, I can't get AC2 to start on the right window, so I have to set the horizontal center every single time. What's the brakes? The vibrations were fixed through a software update by Simucube. They deployed a new release this morning. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. Let's go multiplayer. There's definitely a Monza server up. I guarantee it. GT3. What do you know? Monza, Track Junkies, keep it. I don't want to intrude on their quality session. There's 21 drivers there, though. That'll be good. Well, I suck at this. I suck at this sim. What car should we use? What was the problem? The problem was actually. Here's the absolute definition of the problem. I didn't want to comment on what the problem is. It was referred to as control algorithm improvement. Yeah. By the way, if you guys aren't in the Discord for Simucube, you should certainly be there. I wonder if I could share this, invite people. Here's a link to the disco. Lots of good information in there. A gentleman referred it a couple of days ago also, but like I'm deep in here. I don't post much though. What car should we use? This is a good ABS car, right? Front engine cars have deep ABS engagement. Let's try this. This car I've been using anyway. And let's get into a Monza session. No practice? Everyone's in queue or race. Let's just do this one. All skill levels. Nope, too short of a practice. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's make sure things work. Shifter works. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I need to calibrate a brake pedal before I make that mistake. So nice. Oh my god. Make sure the Simucube steering profile is right. I wish this game had auto detection and I could just set one profile for each game and swap it as necessary if I need to. Game's never really felt good to me. We're still running the same profile I was using in iRacing, even though I have a different one for this. This game requires, well, we'll see actually. This game was like one of those games where you just set your kilograms really low and just hammer the brakes as hard as possible. I had the motion up a little bit higher for this car because I wonder. Try to decide on what I just felt. I want to feel the difference tomorrow. Yeah. You talk about when they released the new suspension. The new suspension model. I think you can hit curves a little harder. I don't feel like the ABS effect has much of an impact on this game as it does iRacing. Just from that one braking area right there. I really dislike this game, man. It's just not fun. But I'm sure people want to know how this thing performs in this game. I don't particularly like anything about this simulator, except for the sound. The sound is outstanding. I think you guys can probably see the effect. Yeah, you can. I wanted to kind of talk through what I'm feeling. I'll try to give a summary on that in the video I actually shoot for this thing, but You know, one of the things I was hoping in general, all these setup exploits seem fixed. Tire pressure. One thing I was hoping about, like, from like out of these pedals, was that it would like make me like this game and like the feel of it, but it just doesn't feel good at all. This is another one of those things where when it came out, all the pro drivers were like, oh, it feels the closest thing to reality. And then people just think that because a pro driver says it is actually has value or meaning, this is simulation. And this, I think it's confirmed that this, it's not bad. Let me lighten this. I think that's what they're fixing in the release. If you hit a curb, you die. Let's go back to the garage. I'm gonna change something with the profile. I think I have one actually for this sim. I do not. So let's save this as ACC. Save like 10 times just to make sure it saves. Load. ACC is there. Where's my second? See, this is something I was seeing before. Like, you remember I just created that test profile before, right, guys? It's gone. I don't know what happened to this profile. Go into setup and put maximum negative toe front and rear. Feels much better, but not a thing with the update tomorrow. Okay. Good to know. Go into setup and put maximum negative toe front and rear. What I really want to know is what happened to my profile. Oh, did I overwrite it? I think I did. I'm going to clone this one. I think I just overwrote that profile. And I'm gonna put this back to test because I liked where we got with that one. Testing. Okay. Let's have a look and make sure that it's still. Yep, it's still there. So let's go into let's load the ACC one. They got to do something with this profile management interface. It's just not good. From a software standpoint, it's not intuitive. It has like 0 user testing. It looks like this is the shitty part. Like, this page right here sucks. Fix it. Let's turn this down though. I think in ACC we need much less. And I don't know why this went back to that. I don't think this much dampening's required for this simulator either. Yeah, that looks good. I just don't want to ever push hard enough to bottom it out. Let's save this as... Let's save it as ACC profile, and then I think I should have all my profiles now. Yep, testing, good. Yeah, fix this, please. It's very confusing and not user-friendly. Go ahead and set up and put maximum negative toe for front and rear. Any other cheat codes there, bro? I know nothing about this simulator. I try not to use it. All right, let's try again. A little bit more sensitive brake in this simulator, I think, is very helpful. In fact, this is where the logarithmic, or logarithmic, however you pronounce that, I don't ever use that word. However you pronounce that word, I think this may be where you get benefit from using that pattern, because this game requires like bigger inputs and longer inputs, at least as far as I know. We saw that guy coming. Guy's name's T. Van Stappen. Not Verstappen, but Van Stappen. The motion with ACC is obviously, like, well, not obviously. I personally think the motion with the ACC is terrific. To me, they seem to be assisting the braking, which isn't fair, really. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, it feels like a cheat code, but let me show you something. So, like, the frequency, really, we just may have literally accidentally found the perfect frequency for maximum braking, but although I think that's not the case. I think you're right. I don't know if that's cheating though, but I think that's closer to, I think it's closer to reality if you enter ABS and then back off into the grip and then back and forth. I think a car that, here's two examples, right? A car that is braking really heavily in the ABS the entire time and stops, right? It's obviously going to have a longer brake period than a car that's literally, three scenarios. Second car is braking perfectly on the edge of the ABS, but not engaging the ABS or having any locking scenario, just maximum grip, right? So that's scenario two. So you have one that goes long and one that's perfect. And then you have the happy medium, which I think is what most cars do, is you enter the ABS, and as you're entering the ABS, you kind of back off a little bit, 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 and maximize the amount of time you're not in the ABS. I don't think that's done automatically. I think that's still driver input. I think the pulsing tells you when to do that. So I'm not sure if that's exactly cheating or replicating reality as close as possible. A $50 bake shaker can do the same. Yeah. Bake shakers are good too. Like if you have a base shaker on your brake, it just vibrates and tells you when to back off. But the thing that a base shaker would not do is tell you when well, I guess it would too. Yeah, I guess you have a point. Yeah, you have a point. Base shaker can get you close from a vibration standpoint, but it's so much beyond that. And the only way to really explain it is to say either come over and try it, or it's further than that, because it's like it's pushing against you and fighting you while you're doing it, not just vibrating. So as you're putting pressure on, the motor is pushing your foot back, so you're having this war with the motor, and that's really where you're getting the maximum braking, because saying ABS push up and it pushes you off. ABS pushes you off. So you're basically fighting the ABS versus a base shaker. You get on it, it just vibrates. You get off of it, stops vibrating. You get on it, it vibrates again. But there's no constant back and forth between the driver from a force standpoint. It's only from a vibration standpoint. I think that's my thought on that. So I don't know. I haven't thought that one through. The only difference is with real life. All the drivers in the race had the feeling of when to come off the brake. But in sim racing, yeah, 100%. Like, you don't know. You just stay in it and just hope the car stops. And most people are having a panic attack when that's happening. Okay, what are we doing? We were looking at the frequency. Like I said, the frequency was around 11.1 hertz, and that's just how many times. It's like a subwoofer, right? So how many times per cycle does the effect take place? And it's 11 times. We can go really high, which would be a very vibration feel, or we can go very low, which would be a very thuddy feel, kind of be like versus. So yeah, so I don't like this simulator, but I'm gonna do one more lap just to get my bearings around it, because I don't know like how this game can be so shitty. It's weird, man. You have all the tools in the world and it's still not a good time. It doesn't seem like Ren Sport's coming, so it looks like we're stuck with this. Yeah, it's uniquely different than a base shaker. I used to have base shaker on my brake pedal, on my pedal deck. And it's very much different than a base shaker. It should not be compared. It's not like brake assisting or anything. RF2 is king. I'm gonna try RF2. You guys might need to help me get my steering rotation set up in RF2, because I have difficulties with that all the time. Why is Rensport not coming? I'm sure it will come at some point after everyone's kind of On to the next thing. I'm more excited about Assetto Corsa 2.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Yellow flag in sector.
It's a good feeling. It definitely doesn't assist in this game the way it does in iRacing. So it really kind of shows, is iRacing... I guess, let me think about this for a second. Because... I don't know. I don't want to think about that. I need to think about that for a little bit longer than just now. Let's get out of this experience. And let's find rFactor 2. I think I reinstalled it at some point. There it is. I do have it installed. And the cool thing about rFactor 2 is that I finally got to use my triples normally. This should be an experience. Yeah. I don't know. It looks like they're prioritizing just esports right now. I'm assuming they'll drop a beta key out there somewhere for other people to try out, but like I don't see that game coming out this year. I got the FM8, which could be something more serious regarding FM8. What? What is the FM8? I don't know what that is. Let me Google it. I'm a millennial, so we Google this stuff. Or I'm actually a Zennial. There's a pretty cool TikTok about Zennials that I really appreciate. Oh, nice. Yeah. Look, the instrument itself is a VST. That shows you how we're moving into a digital world. Oh, Forza Motorsports 8. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, here he come. Well, hopefully he'll update it and let us into some type of server. Sorry about that. I like the VSTs and Fruity Loops are pretty fun to work with. Oh boy. This has been fun though. I'm like, obviously you see my mood's different. I'm very much enjoying this pedal. I think it's in iRacing. You should get it. One thing I wish it had, and I asked this question into the Discord. I don't think anyone's responded back because wasn't an easy question to answer. But here we go. A random question. Are you guys thinking of adding a simulated brake rotor texture? I was thinking how great this would be for non-ABS cars if you can calculate the wheel rotation using a standard 18-inch wheel in the slick based off speed and have the imperfection of the brake rotor as a tunable frequency and increase the intensity based on brake pressure. So what I mean by that is just take a calculation, right? Because all this is just math. All you're looking at is just math. Like we know that most of the cars use the same size slick. So just come up with a slick size for an 18-inch wheel and a standard slick and determine at what speed that wheel will rotate, right? This way you can create your own frequency for the wheel. And all you really need to do is add an anomaly or program a frequency in there, like let's say 11.1 hertz, right? To where every 11.1 whatever seconds it is, or whatever time scale you're using, have that imperfection in there and being able to tune that so that when I'm on the brake for a regular car, like we saw yesterday or Saturday with the Cup car, there's no effect. And most of the guys that are spending big money on pedals are Cup drivers. A lot of Cup drivers are like really good Porsche Club drivers or like real race car drivers. So it'd be nice if there was an effect for cars without ABS, like that had that rotational brake imperfection feel. That is just a calculation that I can configure myself based off of the speed of the car, the overall diameter of the wheel with slick, and then you can introduce your own frequency in there the same way you can do it with the ABS effect. I think that would be outstanding for people who drive like open wheel cars. Like we saw the F4 car didn't have any ABS, or old school cars, and you still want to get brake feel and some brake type of character, but don't want to have the ABS effect involved. So it'd be nice if we can like hack and add mods to this pedal too, because that would be the first one I did, is just a general brake disc feeling. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back into rFactor 2. No effect, not even front wheel lockup. No, there's no front wheel lockup. I could try it again, but I didn't feel like there was a front wheel lockup with the Porsche Cup car, which is a massive bummer for anyone with a lot of really serious guys do the Cup League. Here we go. Let's make sure my settings are under control. For some reason, the steering is just really weird for me. I think we're good to go. We're using the Simucube low profile. We'll try it. Yeah, front wheel, because that's a fry. This is like what I was telling you about before, and we'll test it again. I could be completely wrong, but when we were talking about the motion before, I have this effect here called wheel slip lock, right? So whenever I like the tire slipped, it gets this like it makes this vibration on the back wheels or the front wheels, depending on whatever locks. Let's turn ABS on too. Oh, you know what? rFactor 2 doesn't have an ABS effect. This is rFactor 2. Interesting. This makes me a little nervous, right? Because if rFactor 2 doesn't have the ABS lock, maybe they're passing that data through this endpoint right here, this wheel slip lock data stream. But if it doesn't have the ABS lock, we may have an issue here. Let's figure it out. But like I said, I run my shit very low. Some people run it run it high. I run it at 30%. Oh, no problem, Brummy. All good. All good. Yeah, so like I was saying, like this, it maybe it's coming through this value and it's just a different way of sending the information, but yeah. This is the glory of the motion world. All right, what car should we do? We can't do the Cup car. Can't do the GTE car either. Where's the GT3? Let's try a different car. Ooh, what's a McLaren 720 Shadow? Senna GTR. It's been a while. Listen, that was the first purchase I ever made for any sim racing content was this car. I think. Could be completely bullshitting. GT3 World Series. What do you guys think? What should I drive? The Camaro? Let's try. Oh, let's see what's here. Ooh. This may be the one. I'm a huge Aston Martin GT3 and GT4 fan. So let's try this. At Hockenheim. I didn't even know this is Hockenheim. That's good. Which is cool too, because there's some really big braking areas and some trail braking sections, so it's got a good diversity of braking. Not sure what's going to happen here in rFactor though. We'll keep the same profile as we use for ACC. This is I need to set up a motion profile for this really quickly too. That's good, that's good, that's good. I like this one. Get used to these numbers after playing with this for a while. With 6 actuators and 7 shakers, I have already cable tsunami. Yeah, I know, man. It's so bad. It sounds good. So used to my shit just working that I forget I have to calibrate this stuff. All right, let's calibrate the brake pedal. I wish this sim, like, I want to buy this company actually. I mean, if less cables are worth 5,000 euros, I'm sold. Yeah, it's you should go with that system. Like, no bullshit. Like, I would love to just buy this software. Nothing. Motion feels great though. all these games, everything basically except for iRacing has really good motion effects because of the refresh rate. Basically, nothing, no effect whatsoever. Oh, you guys can't see. You can see the ABS lights on the screen, which is weird. So it's basically saying, hey, UI, we have an ABS event here, but it's not passing it through telemetry? Strange. As a normal brake, it still feels good though. I would change a little bit about the, I would change a little bit about it because it kind of feels like brake fade. The way it currently is right now, I kind of make it a little bit way more stiff and kind of run into like a nice hard wall. And what I mean by that is I would have the force required very light at the beginning and then a much steeper climb up. Because I don't like that fact. I don't like the. That's one thing I didn't like about the Murad profiles, that it kind of felt like faded brakes. Like it was very rubbery and kind of had no character within the middle of the stroke. But this doesn't do anything. Nothing. Let me do a quick search in the Discord and see if it's even compatible. Probably not because it's rFactor. But let's have a look at Disco. Let's just do a search for rFactor here. Oh, that's Simucube. I wonder if I could just search this forum right here. I'm not the Discord expert here. Present. I don't know if I can search for just. I don't think I can search just this channel. 6:30 already. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can just. I'm not sure if I can do that or not. Let me do a Control F. Inactive L. There we go. Where is this guy? This guy Nicholas. Focus him. Said something. The best brake feeling / physics is rFactor 2. Should be crazy on it. That's the only mention of shit. I'm looking in Discord right here for I searched rFactor. And here's guys, if you want to search in Discord a specific thread, there you go. You would have known. The best brake feeling / physics is rFactor 2. Should be crazy on it. But that's like the only time rFactor was mentioned in this active pedal Discord thread. So I'm going to assume compatibility is not there. Let's have a look at the website. I keep calling it Simucube 2. Is you said FM8, Forza Motorsport 8? Is that coming out for PC? I hope they support triples, man. That was such a fun game. That's actually the first racing. Well, not the first racing game. That's a racing game that got me obsessed with sim racing. And I was a controller player, and my friend Pete used to compete for lap times at Road Atlanta using the Peugeot 906. And that's kind of what made me turn the corner into this weird stuff I'm doing now. I can't believe how weird it's gotten. Okay, let's look at manual. Let's look at the manual. Okay, developers. Something like that. Using software. Maple BP like 4.0 Ryzen 5. I get motion support out of the box with the Symphony.
6:30.
6:30. That's excellent. I haven't played Forza in my rig since I started sim racing, like actual sim racing. Where are the game compatibility? Let's go to active pedal, home, active pedal, getting started. We did all this yesterday. Software setup. Okay, I don't know. Rig are compatible. Every rig. What games are compatible is a more accurate FAQ. Yeah, this is the one that came out today. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's compatible, bro. I was actually just glad I was able to get the car to move in rFactor, but like it doesn't seem compatible. What else do I need to test? There was something else I wanted to test. rFactor 2 was the one we didn't. We tested that. What other games do I have installed that I have the tolerance for right now? Let's just try another one. Let's find out if there's any information online. There's got to be. Incompatibility. That's a cool picture. Page not found, of course. We have to go to. This is where you get the diehards, guys. By the way, you go to here. These are all like if you guys are new to the SC2 system, like the SC2 ecosystem's got an active audience here, and like this is where they're at. So why isn't game compatibility like blatantly obvious on the website? This is an issue. There we go. No, it's just hardware. Okay. And obviously games will add their ability later. rFactor probably will never come out with anything ever again. Um God damn it. I really wish somebody would just buy that software and just like make it awesome. Yeah, I don't know what games this is compatible with because it's not easy to find and I have a very short attention span. So clearly rFactor is not one of them. I have a set of course on there. You guys saw that yesterday. Felt very good. What else do I have? I used to have AMS2, but that was intolerable. Dirt Rally 2. Should we try Dirt Rally 2? Should we? Yeah, why not? I mean, people like there's a lot of rally people out there, man. Lots of rally people out there. Let me grab a different steering wheel and we'll try Dirt Rally 2 and then I'll get off of here. I need to do this real quick. Oh, you know what? I set a custom resolution in DSR tool. So let's go to that. Oh, a different window now. god, what just happened here? Let me get a steering wheel while this is happening. Okay, this is clearly not going to work. I don't know what just happened here, but like, yeah, it's not working. I think it's because I set the resolution to something higher than it can support. So let's just set it to. I have a black screen. You guys see something. I don't see nothing. Okay, here we go. How about we do this? What? Oh, the game is still sitting somewhere. Get task manager up and I'll kill this some bitch. Sometimes you can't make this shit up. Maximize. But I don't see anything you guys see. I just have a black screen. It's funny how the capture card works. All right, well, it's like I need to do another reboot. Hey Greg just hopped on. Curious if you decided to keep the pill or not. I know you were talking about returning them in the first stream. No, there's no way these are going back. I'm just keeping these or keeping this. It feels like I say it in like I keep saying it like I have multiple because I guess the cost is so high. But yeah, this one's gonna stick around for a minute. We just kind of went through. Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. Okay, sorry about Dirt Rally 2. Just did not want to on my PC. I don't know what just happened, but something happened. This is you guys should see what's happening right now. It's pretty crazy. Let's get that up. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, sorry, we got to reset a couple things up. I think the audio is working. It is. And what else? We need to get. No, that's working. Holy shit, it stayed. Okay, cool. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. My bad. My bad. Yeah, Dirt Rally 2 just killed my PC, so I'm almost. I'm not doing Dirt Rally 2. I don't care about that game. Sorry. Um, if I do, I'll do it offline in a video that I do for this, but that's about it. What else should we test though? I'm sorry, I don't even have my chat up anymore. This is awesome. There's always some weird snafu that happens. Oh, Linus is live. Pop out chat. Cool. Sorry about that. Hey Greg, just hopped on. Curious if you decide to keep the pellet. Yeah, absolutely. These are so sick. They're so good. They perform so well. My simulator is sitting down, which is why it looks like that. Let me get a game open. I'm gonna go in iRacing one more time and do some final thoughts. Maybe I'll do a race. What time is it? What race is starting? Ferrari starts at 6:45. I don't know the racetrack. No, we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a practice session here at Nürburgring. I just did an endurance race here this weekend. Just a fixed setup. I'm gonna go see what my times look like with these pedals, and if I can get through the lap without issue with these pedals. And I think I know the answer. It's gonna be yes, you can certainly do that. But yeah, they're good. Yeah. It was a software update. So the Granite Devices team pushed out a new version of software this morning that dealt with that resonance issue. I think you saw that vibration I was having on Saturday. Maybe not the first stream, but Saturday. There was a massive vibration issue that we got solved. So I'm very happy about that. I was hype. This is everything I wanted them to be. And they're amazing. 100% amazing. Why didn't you guys tell me the lighting was so bad on my pedals? It's terrible lighting. Let me fix that. Olivia. Oh, it's still very bright. I think the camera's just overexposure. I have to adjust the exposure compensation on that camera. So let's get the light back up so it can do its own balancing. Yeah. People on Discord seem to love the pedals. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I was one of the few people having that problem. Like I didn't see many people having the long throw issue. So, that's the good thing about like, having a community like that. Like all the use cases you can only test. Like I'm in the software engineering business and there's only so much you can test. Like what scenario where you have some guy with a inverted pedal that is at the longest throw. Well, I think they probably know about the long throw issue, but like you never know what circumstance someone's going to put in front of you from a user community standpoint. So you gotta release it and wait for the community to tell you what to do. Oh no. So like obviously I'm happy now. And I'm certain that there will be more bugs, and I'm certain there'll be more releases. They still release regular versions of the Simucube 2 software, so bug fixes and little things here and there. But this team is great, man. Like, Mika, Lassi, like Mika's very active on the forums, as you guys have probably seen, and on socials. And then, Lassi is also very, very helpful. And these guys straighten me out, no problem. No problem. I'm surprised, actually, because it would take my teams months and months and months to push out a new update with some glitch software. So it's impressive to show the scale that they can work at. All right, I'm going to do one lap here, boys. We're going to use this view. No, we're not. The hell? We're going to use that view. And I'm going to put my setup on. And just try to get through a lap. Which one did we use? This one. Truth be told, it's not a very good setup, but it's a safe one. What's going on with that light? Look at that. See that graphic? That little artifact right there? It's weird. I hope that iRacing gets a new 296C. That'd be dope. Have the ACC profile on. And the software's not even running. So that is interesting. So it saves similar to the SE2, it's felt like it saved the same profile to the device itself. So I didn't have this software open. I think you should actually have it open. Let's load this one. What? I thought I had this higher, man. What the fuck? Okay, let's give it a try. Do you wish you had more than one pedal or the brake alone? Lots of ABS effect there. I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't spend $2,000 on throttle. Not where I had it. Why am I getting that effect without the ABS lights on? Oh, those are probably the traction control lights. Okay. Yeah, there's no ABS light. So just to make sure, I need to do something real quick, boys. Whoa, I'm in a lobby? Shit. I forgot I was in a lobby. I need to do something real quick with SimHub. I need to put an effect on there for ABS. Let's get an ABS effect here. If there even is one. ABS active. Okay. Let's just do a little tuning here real quick, and then we'll get through this. I want to make it purple. Blinking. Start position. We're going to start at position 5 and go to position. How many positions do we freaking have? I have to count. 5, and we'll go to position 15. Who cares if it goes over a little bit? We'll tune it later. I just want to make sure I can see on my display right here that you guys probably can't see. On this display right here, that the ABS, like the vibration in my pedal, matches that. In fact, I'm almost tempted to add another scene to this thing just to show it. So let me jump back in, and we'll finish this whole day up. You wish you had more than one pedal. Yeah. I wouldn't spend this money on another pedal. I say stupid shit like all the time, like that all the time, and I do the exact opposite. So, because the ABS is going off at some weird places before, like when I stopped here before. Okay, let's get the tires warmed up and see when it comes on then. Oh, you know why? Look at that. Brake press is going really high from the get-go. Can't see a thing for a second. Yeah, I need to get this much higher. Because yeah, this needs to be much higher. I don't know why this keeps happening. Oh, let's get that all the way up. Up, up, up. Keep it linear. We'll deal with this for now. See if we can keep up. No, I don't. Like, I just thought about it a little bit more. I don't have that feeling. Where the hell did that guy go? ABS comes on a lot with this car. Okay, yeah. Hope you guys can see that in that view where my ABS light came on and I felt the ABS correlate that with the action in my foot. But yeah, ABS comes on a lot in this car, but the moment you feel it and back off a little bit, you can get a really good advantage to it. Not gonna ruin this kid's day. It's practice, right? Yes. I'm gonna alpha him. Bye. I couldn't help myself. That's the whole point of racing, man, is to alpha other dudes. Literally the entire point of it. Ooh, okay. That was just me going too deep. Not gonna blame the pedal there. Need to blame something. Does this give... No, that's the thing. So we'll try a cup car after this. I'll just double check myself. I'll double check myself, but I don't think it does. Which is kind of a bummer, because like if they at least just had some brake disc rotational feel, which you don't even need telemetry for that. You can basically create that telemetry yourself. You just take the value of that, the diameter of the wheel spinning, and then create your frequency based off of that. It should be relatively easy to code up. Big ABS. Matches exactly what I saw on my screen, exactly what I felt on my foot, and what I see on this display here, so. It was in first gear. Let's try that right after this lap. I'm already deep into it. I'm just overdriving. It's almost kind of annoying how much you're in the ABS with these cars sometimes. Yeah, most of the cars are without ABS. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I feel like wheel lockup should be something that's... I mean, they have the telemetry, right? So we know we have the telemetry for wheel lock. I feel it in my motion system. They should definitely have that telemetry and be able to, like, manipulate. Yeah, I mean, the fact that I didn't wreck is to keep my mouth shut before the lap's over, but I just raced this track over the weekend with my Ultimates, and that's what I was so nervous about. And it doesn't, I mean, I'm able to kind of drive with authority. Not ABS wouldn't do anything, I guess. Yeah, we don't even need to finish this. So much ABS, man. Did you see that? That was so much ABS. Yeah. Over 80% is not really... I rarely break to 100. In fact, most of my curves kind of end at 90%. Even in my Ultimate software. Like if you... My Ultimates kind of... I have this curve on my Ultimates. So I kind of stop at 90% because you don't need to go that... You shouldn't be in the ABS. That's the whole point. But now you should probably set it to a linear map and go to 100 and then work with that ABS signal. That's the difference. So you may need to change your methodology there. Let's try the Cup car and then I'm logging off. That's why most iRacers want the second or third stage at about... Yeah. You can tune that now. I mean, it's all tunable. That was fun though. I got through the track and I felt like I was driving with authority. I was obviously overdriving the car a little bit. But yeah, Cup Kart Sebring. What better test? Lots of ABS there. Whoops. I don't like the way this feels in ACC, to be perfectly honest. I think iRacing really benefits from this pedal, but ACC, it felt cool and everything, but it just felt more like an effect than it did like an actual... You know, you feel like these are tools, like your shifters are part of the tool. It felt more like an effect in ACC. What did I want to do here? I need to get a different steering wheel again. You guys are gonna see me bust my ass doing that one day. I use this wheel because of the dual clutch. And I haven't showed you guys this wheel yet either. This is a Simline BPV3. Sure, I can do that right now. This is a Simline BPV3. It is a wireless dual clutch wheel. There's the dual clutches, forged carbon fiber. That's where you adjust your clutches, similar to the other wheel I showed you guys not too long ago. The ACC likes full brakes, and the update tomorrow won't change that. Yeah, we'll see. I really hope that there's an update one day for ACC that makes me love it, because it's GT3 racing. And obviously I got the forged carbon fiber front. Funky switches are up top, which I don't particularly care for, but outside of that, this wheel is amazing. Amazing. You can see how much I use it. These edges here look like my elbows. In GT3 in real life, you have a lot of ABS too. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. They say that you're deep into ABS all the time in the GT3 car, which is fine. I'm assuming they're deep in it and fighting it. I hope they're not just like staying in it. All right, Cup car, yeah. Open setup, Sebring Cup. Yeah. Let's see how good we can get actually, and then we'll finish off with that. I want to see if we can get up to a good position because I'm pretty decent in the cup car sometimes, and I know Sebring very well. Let's get a setup and see how this car performs. There's my stream. Don't need to see that. Oh, you know what? I closed all my windows. I do need to see that. Let's do that. Pull that out here. Minimize that bad boy. Data packs. Boom, 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 boom. All right, cars. What car are we driving? Porsche Cup. Oh, Nürburgring Endurance. Nice. That should be fun. Sebring. The Porsche 992 tomorrow could be a game changer. What do you mean tomorrow? Hold on. What did I miss? I have a Thrustmaster P310. Yeah. You know what I really wish? I wish I could find the Precision Sim. The first video on my channel is me having a meltdown over the Precision Sim engineering wheel. I wish I could find that wheel with the leather wrap because that would be like game changer. Actually, somebody on Instagram actually makes it. A carbon version. It's all carbon fiber with leather wrapping. And I want to try and I'm going to try to get a couple dozen of those actually and build my own wheel. But we saw how that went last time. Let's go. I'm just going to put these setups here and then I'm going to finish off with trying to go as fast as, try to get in like the top 5 times here. iRacing. Setups. Cup. Good enough. Tired of creating folders. It's annoying. For this, we need to use gloves. Sure, I'm disconnected from the other wheel. I think I turned it off. Fun fact, most people don't know this when they first get their SE2 wheels. Or if it times out, all you need to do to get the time back on is to double click the shifter or hold both shifters in for 2 seconds. Then it comes out of sleep mode. Yeah, I love this steering wheel though. I'm such a loser. And the cool part is it has a button, a design, and putting my own grips for the Asha. Do you know how to do that shit really well? Oh, it's at nighttime? Yeah, that's awesome. Fantastic. Like this track can't get any more difficult with this car. We're gonna do it at nighttime. Let's do a Q1, fuck it. Get dialed in, make sure our brakes are still where we want them. Yep. Yeah. Remember you. First, I'm going to tell you if there's no effect. There's not going to be, but I'll tell you. You'll probably see it. Nothing. It's just locked. So yeah, it just. So iRacing sends a true or false to downstreams for telemetry, right? So since this does not have ABS, there's no ABS field to send over to the downstream. Did you wrap them? No. Are you asking me? Yeah. It was some failed prints. Spare plastic. I really need a person who's like a wizard in Fusion. I wonder. That's not going to come through the brakes. That would be for the throttle pedal, traction control. Which that would be a good effect to feel, but I feel that very significantly with my motion system, motor vibration. I turned that down so low I can't even feel it, but I like it there. Okay, you trained. I don't even know what that is. It sounds smart. Let's try to get through a lap. Yeah, if you're a cup driver primarily, there's no point in getting these pedals. At least now. I'm sure they, I mean, I hope they can add that feature I was telling you guys about. Nice. Automotive CAD. Yeah, let's go. Want to make a button plate for the P310? If I can get this guy to send me like 25 P310s. I should probably not look at the chat while I'm trying to set a lap time in the cup car. I will certainly do that. Yeah, I appreciate that, man, because I don't have the... My brain power, like, to learn shit now, like, it's maxed out, man. There's a lockup, I didn't even feel that coming. It's kind of strange how I didn't feel the lockup even in the steering wheel. I don't even know what words you're saying, but it's probably some very smart shit that I don't have the brain power to learn. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, if this is your primary car, these pedals are worthless to you. There's no value. Let me change that. You can make the pedal feel exactly how you want it to feel. So there's the value there. But I really started, like, you know, like, I don't know if you've seen any of my comments before. It's like, I always was like, the ABS effect, I don't really need it. Like, yeah, it's actually kind of great. Right now, they kind of just feel like a normal set of hydraulic pedals. Okay, cool. I have an Ender 3. That's the only thing I know. And the bed is too small for it, so I need to get a... I gotta be honest. The custom pedal feel itself is worth the price of admission. If you're deep into sim racing and this is something that you love and you really want to continue to do, and you want to be competitive and have like a good feeling environment, this is, without the ABS function, it still feels like a hydraulic pedal if you want to. Very much so. I wish you could feel the lockup though. They need to create some type of function for that lock. I'm sure they can actually. It's just, you know, they gotta come out with their baseline software first and then add on to it. But like, if you can add modules to your brake effect, like add that module I was talking about with wheel rotation and the brake texture feel, and then potentially something that is like a locking function, and you could just add different tiles to your feel, man, that would be so crazy. This car is so good. Oh my god, the Cup car in rFactor 2 is amazing. Amazing. Yeah, that's one of the best cars in simulation. The RSR, the Porsche Cup from rFactor 2. Yeah, there's no feel in the lock. There's no, and that's the downfall if you're not running an ABS car, is that you kind of get used to that feeling. Like I was, like you guys saw, I was basically driving the all ABS cars, and I got used to that braking feeling. And then when I pivoted over to the Cup car, it was very lackluster. And it's not the Cup car's fault. It's obviously because I got used to the brake effect and the ABS effect. But yeah, I think they can. I think what they need to do with that one is add some type of simulated brake disc feeling to any car. And the lock, like you guys see this is all telemetry that's being passed from the system itself to the devices. So we got a lot for this. Hold on. Did we even have? Oh shit! Hold on. I fucked up. No, that's the motion system. Never mind. And here's another example. Like you can turn this stuff on for your motion system, and get that effect and feel it a little bit. Not as pronounced as that. But what I'm trying to illustrate here is that we're getting. This is my tongue is too long for my head. This is the telemetry. You can't see shit. This is the telemetry that iRacing passes to the downstreams, right? Which hypercard? So we get a traction loss signal, right? We get a wheel slip lock signal, and we get an ABS lock. So obviously not for the Porsche Cup car, we're not getting ABS lock, but we should be getting wheel slip. So I'm wondering if, and I can feel it in the motion system, but I can't feel it very much in the steering, and I definitely don't feel it in the pedal. So I feel like the next thing that they should work on, just from a priority standpoint, should be getting cars without ABS to have a locking function. And once they can do that, life is grand. If they can't do that, these pedals are always going to be missing something. I'm certain they can do that. It's very easy to do. Well, I'm sorry. It's a very easy concept to think of. And you just have to back your way into it. Like I said, most of these racing wheels are the same size. Create a model for how much spin is in this thing, and create that as a frequency into the software itself, and just localize it. But I'm not a developer anymore, so I don't even know what languages and what type of method they're using for this stuff. So maybe that's impossible. But I feel like since telemetry is there for slip, you can use that to your advantage and create your own models for non-ABS cars to get some type of value out of this incredible brake, because it's outstanding. Anyways, yeah, we're done, boys. I'm out of here. That was all we're gonna do. So we've established that, yeah, these pedals are probably worth the money. I probably wouldn't buy the pedal, the throttle pedal, personally. Non-ABS cars are, the only value you get is a custom feel to the simulator pedal. ABS cars are incredible. It's almost like a cheat code in iRacing. For me, ACC didn't really have much benefit there outside of the effect, which is really cool to have the effect. But it didn't actually have a function. Like I didn't feel like I could fight the ABS to get better braking distance the same way I did in iRacing. And there's probably more to come. So I'm going to play around a little bit more. Obviously keep this thing strapped up to the simulator. I know George from SimCore is making new pedal faces for this already, so I'm assuming they'll be out soon. Probably HRS will have his too. But honestly, in my opinion, this is like it's a value purchase. Like you're getting every ounce of your dollar, but like it's not like a buy of the century like the Mega system was. So if from a priority standpoint, if I'm doing this all over again, I would still go Mega Motion, then active pedal after the Pro Sim, obviously, which is the best piece of sim racing equipment ever made. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you hanging out and fighting through this with me. It was been pretty cool hanging out with you guys. So, if you're in the forums or if you go on to slide me a message on Instagram, you know where to find me. But I probably will be off of here for a while. I'm going to work on the RS Mega video next. I promise. Since it's been asked so many times and since I always wanted to do it. But that will probably come after the active pedal video. So, cool. You guys have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. I know it's late in some parts of Europe. We'll see you all next time. I'll probably be back online doing some racing, maybe in the iRacing series over the weekend or late this weekend. So we'll see. Anyways, have a good night, guys. Take care. GG's, everyone. See ya.